Join us September 25th, 26th, and 27th for a 3-day special streaming event, Strange Realities, to push the limits of your reality. Featuring authors, academics, researchers, occultists, experiencers, podcasters, and practitioners. All presenting fresh cutting-edge material and research.
Streaming live.
Featuring presentations by
Brent Rains,
editor of Alternate Perceptions magazine,
Aaron Goulias,
host of the Saucer Life podcast,
David Metcalf,
writer and researcher,
Alan Greenfield,
author of Secret Cipher of the Euphonauts,
Stephanie Quick,
writer and blogger,
Red Pill Junkie,
14 researcher and explorer,
Tim Banal,
host of Banal of America,
Guy Malone,
iconoclast and troublemaker,
Timothy Ritter,
host of Strange Familiars,
Kiki Dombrowski,
author and practitioner,
Greg Bishop,
author of Project Beta,
Jenny Ashford,
host of 13 O'Clock,
Recluse,
host of The Farm,
Jack Montgomery,
Folk Magic,
Joshua Cutchin,
author of Thieves in the Night,
Reverend Michael Carter,
Alien Contact Experiencer,
Dr. Future,
host of Future Quake,
Tony Kale,
author of Memphis Hoodoo,
Rin Collier,
occultist,
Soraya Askath,
host of Where Did the Road Go, and John Tinney, Ghost Stalkers in Hell.
all 3 days, only $20. Tickets and info available at strangerealitiesconference.com. Brought to you by the Conspiranormal Podcast, conspiranormal.com. Strange Realities.
Dover, Massachusetts is a quiet, small, affluent suburb of Boston where nothing too exciting ever really happens. Throughout the course of 2 nights in April of 1977, however, normalcy was disrupted. The Dover Demon was born. On the night of April 21st, Bill Bartlett and 2 of his friends did what is typical of teenagers on a quiet and somewhat boring evening. They went for a drive. Being on high alert as the driver of the vehicle, Bill's attention shifted to the side of the road. Something caught his eye when his headlights fell upon an extremely strange sight. It was a small, hairless creature creeping along a low wall of stones. Bill later detailed that this being had 2 very large, round, lidless eyes that shined brightly like orange marbles. The large watermelon-shaped head seemed to be attached precariously to its thin, spindly body. It stood roughly 4 feet in height, and its skin was peach-colored. Bill's friends, who were passengers in the car at the time of the sighting, didn't see this horrific creature. Nevertheless, they could see that Bill was visibly shaken by what he'd witnessed. When Bill arrived home a short while later, he explained to his father what happened. His father encouraged his son to draw a picture of what had frightened him so much. Two hours after Bartlett's sighting, another teenager named John Baxter was walking back home alone from his girlfriend's house. It was around midnight when a small figure began to approach John. He suspected it may be a short-statured friend whom he knew from school, but when he called out to this assumed friend, the figure stopped suddenly. John wanted to get a better look at the person, so he began to step forward. Yet, as he advanced, the strange entity began to scurry away, running down into a ditch. Now, especially curious, John followed the creature down the hill. He was surprised by what he saw peering back at him from the darkness. The being was about 30 feet away from John. It was leaning against a tree with oddly shaped hands that seemed to meld into the tree. Upon seeing this, John backed away, quickly retreating from the scene. Later, when John described the creature to investigators, his description matched the one given by Bartlett, who had his encounter just a few hours prior. Less than 24 hours later, Bartlett was at home with his good friend Will. He explained to him what he had seen the previous evening. After leaving Bartlett's house later that night, Will drove his friend Abby Brabham home. The drive was uneventful until suddenly Abby saw something illuminated by the headlights. On the left side of the road stood a small, hairless creature. It had a thin, monkey-like body with a huge head. Abby later recounted that it appeared to be missing its nose, ears, and mouth. In spite of the missing features, it had eyes that glowed an unearthly green, a sight that greatly haunted Abby. Sometime later, Abby and Bill spoke with each other about their encounters with what they both referred to as a demon. Despite the chilling green eyes that plagued Abby's thoughts, Bill insisted that the eyes he saw in the demon carried an orange glow. The series of sightings took place over the span of 2 nights, April 21st and the 22nd, and the creature was never seen again after that. What was the Dover Demon? Many explanations have been put forth as guesses to the origins of this mysterious entity. It has been debated that perhaps it was a creature from some subterranean realm, an alien trapped on Earth, or even a terrified monkey with the mange that escaped from its owner. We may never know what this creature was or where it came from. What makes this case even stranger, though, is that nothing like the Dover Demon has ever been seen again. The small town of Dover, Massachusetts, continues to search for answers about the demon that crawled its way into both folklore and history.